G'day Los Al at home and happy Friday to you. Welcome to Australia. Australia is an island country in the southern hemisphere of the world that belongs to the continent of Oceania. Australia is surrounded by the Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean and is considered to be one of the driest inhabited continents in all the world. The majority of Australia's 25 million people live on the southern and eastern coastline. The outback refers to the middle parts of Australia and is described as being very dry and remote. Here's a fun fact. When I tried to be a teacher, the very first place that I applied was in Perth, Australia. As a part of the hiring agreement, they told me that they would have to teach me how to drive a boat and ride an ATV. Talk about being remote. Pretty cool, huh? Sydney, Brisbane, and Melbourne are also some of Australia's most famous cities. Now, there's a lot to love about Australia, starting with the wonderful and fun-loving people. You can also talk about the unique Australian animals that call this place home. Things like the kangaroo and the wombat and the koalas and also the dingoes. But my favorite thing about Australia, besides the surf of course, is the Great Barrier Reef in eastern Australia. You know, it's hard for me to describe the Great Barrier Reef, so here's a quick peek.
This iconic world treasure sits at the top of every diver's bucket list, and it's very easy to see why. Stretching along the Queensland coast in Australia for over 1,400 miles, or 2,300 kilometers. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is the planet's largest single structure made by living organisms. The reef is so large that it's visible from space, and finding yourself on a dive boat among some of its quieter channels is a dream come true. Life flourishes everywhere you look. More than 1,600 species of fish live on the reef, as well as moray eels out looking for their afternoon snack. Turtles are a common visitor on dives, and schools of thousands of tiny glassfish surround coral structures everywhere. Rays cruise the sand flats between corals and peep out into the blue, and you may even see a passing reef shark. The Great Barrier Reef actually consists of over 2,900 individual reefs and 900 islands, offering divers unparalleled underwater access from Fraser Island in the south all the way to the northern reefs at the eastern tip of the Cape York Peninsula. As you marvel at the animals surrounding you, don't forget to admire the coral itself. The Great Barrier Reef is home to over 400 types of hard coral alone, plus 1/3 of the world's soft corals. From hawksbill turtles searching for their next meal, to vibrant colored gardens busy with fish life, a trip to the Great Barrier Reef is not to be missed. No matter where and when you visit, you'll be treated to some of our planet's most spectacular underwater scenery, and your first trip to this bucket list destination likely will not be your last.
Welcome back, and thank you for visiting Australia with me. We've got one more visit in Oceania before we head to Africa. Now guys, it's time for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please welcome Hope as she leads us in the pledge. Take it away, Hope.
Good morning. My name is Hope Weintraub. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Remove all caps, put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a good day, scholars!
Thanks so much, Hope, for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I appreciate your leadership. Hey, Los Al at home. I'm super excited to be announcing that next week is Teacher Appreciation Week. So starting on Monday, I want you to wear red. Then on Tuesday, May the 4th, I want you to wear your Star Wars gear because we're celebrating our teachers who are out of this galaxy. Then guys, I want you to follow the instructions that were provided to your parents in order for you to stay engaged with our teacher and show them the love for being there for you each and every day this year. Now guys, there is a special Flipgrid series that I want you to be aware of. What we've done is we've sent a link out to all the parents out there in Los Al at home so that you can jump in and leave a 30-second appreciation video in Flipgrid. I'm going to be selecting one video per teacher to air all next week. Then on Friday, we're going to have a wonderful mixtape celebration where your teacher's going to press play and watch all those wonderful videos. Now guys, there's a timeline here. I want you to get your video in before May 2nd so I can get the very best content ready for next week. Go ahead and jump in. Make sure you reach out to your parents, ask for the weekly newsletter or for any information from the room parents, and get started. Thanks so much, La Salle, for supporting our wonderful teachers and showing them the love that they deserve. And now it's time for A for the Day. We have 3 A for the Days today. Our first A for the day is a first grader from Mrs. Sell's class. Now this student is being nominated for having a good attitude, being accepting, having the ambition to succeed, and being accountable for his actions. Are you ready to find out who I'm excited about? Well, it is Harrison Wade. Way to go, Harrison. Thanks for making all of us in La Salle at home so proud of you. Harrison has been doing a stellar job each day in class. He has made such impressive growth with his reading and math skills. Harrison loves to point out the vowel patterns he sees while we are reading, which shows he is paying very close attention. Harrison takes on each day with a willingness to try his very best, and it shows. He is a kind, respectful, and creative member of our class. Thank you for making our class a fun place to learn, Harrison. Our next A for the day is a member of Miss Emily Lee's combo class. Now, this student has been nominated in academics, attitude, and accountability, and what makes them so special is the fact that they can be counted on to do what's right. Are you ready to find out who I'm excited about? Well, it is Everly Hobart. Way to go, Everly. Thanks so much for doing whatever it takes to be successful. Everly has been a star all year. Each day she arrives on time, ready to learn, and gives me her full attention. I can count on her to make wonderful contributions to whole group discussions, and she always tries her hardest in each activity we do throughout the day. As a writer, Everly has been growing all year, and I can really hear her own voice starting to come through in her work. She has also been taking charge of her work, asking me questions every day after our groups to make sure she knows what to work on. I know she will go on to do great things, and I am so lucky to have her. Our third and final A for the day is a member of Mrs. Haygood's combo class. Now, this student is being nominated for having a good attitude and being accepting of others. And I gotta tell you a quick story. You see, this student sent a message of encouragement to me. And it really hit me in that moment that I was doing important work and that I needed to continue to grow this program. I just want to say to this student in particular and all the other students that have been sharing messages of encouragement that it works. Thank you so much, and continue to lift up our community. Are you ready to find out who I'm excited about? Well, it is Gracie Skaggs. Way to go, Gracie. Thank you so much for being a cheerleader for all of our community and doing whatever it takes to brighten someone's day. Gracie is cheerleader in our Hey Goods Heroes class. She is always so happy and cheering for everyone in the class. She is the classmate everyone wants to have in their room. She is kind, shows compassion, and always has a smile on her face. Gracie always knows how to say the right thing at the right time to put smiles on every classmate's face. I can't imagine our online room without her. Gracie, you are a true star, and thanks for having the best attitude and always being willing to accept everything with a positive attitude. There you have it, La Salle. Remember, listen to your teacher, follow instructions from your parents, take a risk, and I'll see you online. Bye.